Hello, everybody, and welcome to Playing Catch Up episode 11, where we catch you up on what you missed in South Florida sports over the last couple of days. Now, we have so much to talk about today, so it only makes sense that we start with the most exciting team in South Florida right now, the Miami Heat. The Heat won Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals matchup versus the Boston Celtics last night, and what a game. The Heat won by 3 points in the final seconds of overtime when Bam Adebayo blocked Jason Tatum's last-second dunk. It was truly a moment to see. I hope you saw it live. It was incredible. Bam had 18 points. Dragic was the only consistent scorer with 29 points. Tyler Hero was 1 assist away from a triple-double. He had 11 rebounds, 9 assists, and 12 points. He also had a clutch 3 in the final minutes of the fourth to keep the Heat in the game. Jay Crowder, once again, coming up big with 22 points. Jimmy Butler with 20 points and a couple of clutch shots. The Heat had a really bad first and third quarter, like really bad. Third quarter for sure. But they came up really big in the second quarter and the fourth quarter and obviously in overtime. So this series looks like it's going to be a 7-game nail biter. So make sure you catch the next game, which is tomorrow on Thursday at 7 p.m. After beating the Phillies in 5 out of 7 games in that series, the Marlins released a very interesting press release the other day titled, "Are You Paying Attention Yet?" that called them the capitalized, underlined, in bold, the most interesting story in sports. Now, I'm not sure if I would go that far, but the Marlins certainly are interesting. They look like they're going to make playoffs. Now they're moving on to a 3-game series versus the Red Sox. Their first game was yesterday. The Red Sox did beat them 2-0, and they play again tonight at 6:40 and then tomorrow in the afternoon. So keep an eye on the Marlins. If they make playoffs, this could be a really, really big deal. The Dolphins have been practicing this week leading up to their Sunday matchup versus the Bills at 1 p.m. at Hard Rock Stadium. Are you going? Let us know. Some interesting news this week. The Dolphins ranked first in pass defense last week against the Patriots, but 32nd in run defense. They're 13th overall. So some good, some bad. I went to a press conference on Tuesday where the coordinators took responsibility for their loss, but said that Tua learned a lot on the sidelines, and Lynn Bowden and Malcolm Perry will still need some time before they can get into the game. Bowden might be used as a punt returner or a kick returner, which would be interesting. No decisions yet on which running back will get the most carries, so we'll keep you updated on that. Remember, Myles Gaskin had a really great game, and he was RB3. Some quick Miami Hurricanes news. Cornerback Christian Williams has decided to enter the transfer portal. He's a former 4-star prospect out of Alabama who was recruited by the Hurricanes in 2019. Last week, he played 8 snaps versus UAB and totaled just 1 tackle. But this loss of depth definitely hurts the Canes, especially since they're looking at a very difficult matchup versus the Louisville wide receivers this Saturday. The Florida Panthers made some changes to their hockey operations staff under the direction of new general manager Bill Zito. Assistant coach Mike Kitchen will apparently not be returning. This is after he allegedly kicked a Panthers player on the bench during a game in January. We don't really have many more details than that, and I'm not really sure why it took so long, but apparently he's not returning. They also named Rick Dudley and Paul Fenton as senior advisors to the general manager. Dudley and Fenton both have tons of experience in the NHL. Dudley even had a brief stint as the Panthers GM in the early 2000s. He's also formerly the senior vice president of hockey operations for the Carolina Hurricanes. Fenton also has experience at GM. He most recently served as a scout for the Blue Jackets. Now, Gregory Campbell has been promoted to Vice President of Player Personnel and Development. He spent the last few years as a player development coach for the Blue Jackets and was selected by the Florida Panthers actually in the 2002 draft, where he spent 6 seasons playing here. So a return home for Gregory Campbell. They also named Blake Jeffrian assistant to the general manager. He was also with the Blue Jackets as well as a scout and an assistant GM for their AHL affiliate. And the last move that they made was that they added PJ Fenton to the scouting staff. PJ Fenton spent the last 2 seasons with the Minnesota Wild as an amateur scout. We're happy to have all of these guys on. The Panthers look like they're starting to form a core team around Bill Zito, which is good, and hopefully this will translate to some success on the ice. Thanks for watching Playing Catch Up episode 11. I hope you grabbed everything that was here. I know there was a lot of information. Send me a tweet at Kylie Rae Wang. Let me know what you thought of the episode, and be sure to tune in on Friday when Tamara Brown is going to bring you the latest. Have a good one, guys.